sketching while we talk. And after the interview, he'll be showing us what he has, or even throughout the interview. With that, I'd like to welcome Ario. Thank you so much for being with us on Rebelthon 2021.
Hello, BJ. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Nice. And I guess we can go into the first question, which is, how did you become
Sure.
involved? Yeah, how did you become involved with the High Republic team?
Well, first of all, I'm going to start sketching, and because of my limited ability of attention span, either my answer will be bad or my drawing will be bad. So we'll see.
We'll see. So everyone, stay
We'll see
tuned.
about that.
We
Uh-huh,
got to see
uh-huh.
which one it is, but I am confident you can be good at both.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. What's your question again?
So the question was actually, how,
No, I'm
how
just
did you?
kidding, BJ.
No, it's okay, cool. So, yeah, about becoming involved with the High Republic
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
So it starts in 2019 when I finally get to able to go to New York Comic Con, and then
Oh.
I get to meet for the very first time I get to meet Mark Paniccia and Thomas Groneman. Both
Mhm,
of them are my editors. We work together in the Hulk Marines comic and Weapon Age comic, Sword Master. So we've been working together in several projects, and then when I meet Mark and
mhm.
Tom in 2019, they asked me, "Are you interested to work on a?" No, actually, he said, "I want to bring you to this project, which is a Star Wars project. And do you like Star Wars?" And I was like, "Are
Mhm.
you kidding me? My name is Ario Han Solo Anindito, so I'm I'm on board." So he's like, "Okay, that's good, that's great. Okay, so um, I will keep you updated then." And so it was November 2019, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's no news at all. I have no idea what I'm going to work
Mhm,
on, what I'm going to be working on. And then
mhm.
2020 happens
Okay.
and everything comes to a stop. So I thought I'm not going to do the Star Wars project because I've not getting any work from them for like at least 3 months,
Mhm,
and I thought it's not going to happen. But I keep my schedule open just in
mhm.
case. And then after that 3 months, Mark emailed me and he asked, "Are you still open? Are you still available? We're going to do the Star Wars project." And I said, "Yeah, I'm still available. Where are we going to work on?" And he said, "It's the High Republic." And I was like,
Mm.
"Huh? It's the High Republic."
Uh-huh.
I've heard about it, but I thought it's going to be not that high profile
Mhm,
project, because I'm still an amateur in a way. So I'm very honored, of course, but at one side, I know that it is something huge.
mhm.
It's a big pressure. I have to start on a project that is it's non-existing. I mean, you don't the characters we don't know any of the characters yet.
True.
So it's like I'm opening the door for this new era, and I have to make sure I do things right because this is the first step of the High Republic. The
Mm.
first steps are the novels and the books, right, and the comics,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I have, and I am working on the first step in terms of the visual.
Yeah.
See, the comic is responsible for the visuals, right?
That's right.
And I got to make sure that this works, and no pressure. it's it's I mean, I love Star Wars, and as a big Star Wars fans, I the only thing in my mind is I don't want to disappoint anyone. I don't want to
Yeah.
disappoint And myself, of course, I don't want to disappoint myself as a Star Wars fans, and my wife, of course,
Hmm.
she will kill me if I destroy Star Wars in a way. So
Right.
um, at first, I have a lot of questions, and there was doubt in my mind,
Oh.
because even before the project starts, even before the books and the comics are out, I read a lot of things on the
Hmm.
internet, you know, uh, bad things,
Okay. Yeah.
saying that it's going to be, and I was like, okay, how do we do this?
Yeah.
And so I just, I'm just trying to deliver. I'm just trying to deliver a good Star Wars book. I will just do my best, and then me and the writer Kevin Scott, we have a Zoom meeting, and I chat with him,
Hmm.
and when I talk to him, I get to know that he's a huge Star Wars fans, and
Okay.
basically we have no hidden agenda. We have no um, we just simply want to make a fun and good Star Wars book. That's
Yeah.
all. That's it. And I just want to have fun. I just want to feel. I mean, this is a beginning, right? The beginning of
It
this
is.
High Republic era. So I want to make sure that we get to feel what we feel when the first time we watch A New Hope. The first time we
Yeah.
see the whole Star Wars universe, and so that's what we are trying to do. And when Kevin tells me stories about the High Republic, I'm like, oh my god, this guy really loves Star Wars, and
Yeah.
I love Star Wars. So we are in the same boat. We don't want to ruin Star Wars with anything or any hidden agenda or something like that. We just
Hmm.
want to create a Star Wars story that people will enjoy and that people know that
Hmm.
this is Star Wars. And thankfully, when I read the reviews, they say this is a Star Wars book.
Hmm.
It is not out of place. It feels really like it is a Star Wars book, and for me, that is what I'm aiming for. So, yeah, that's how I get involved into
Yeah.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, if it helps at all, I've actually seen some of the
Mhm.
projects that you've been a part of, and I really
Mhm.
enjoyed the stories as well. I really enjoyed the art. So, you guys
Thank
are
you
doing
so
a
much,
good
BJ.
job. You guys are doing a
Thank you
great
so
job.
much.
I guess
Thank
this
you.
leads into the next question that maybe I
Hmm.
can ask. Maybe if you could tell us a little bit about how you view the High Republic. I mean, it's a different
Hmm.
era in the Star Wars universe.
Yep.
So, in terms of storytelling potential, what do you think that makes the High Republic different from, say, the period of the movies or even the animated series? Yeah, any thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, that's a very good question. I see this as a beginning, of course,
Hmm.
of a new adventures, and we have to make we have to be able to tell a story of the Jedi in their glory days,
Yeah.
and what leads to what we know now in the Star Wars universe that we are familiar with. Whatever happens in the High Republic will affect the Star Wars characters that we know now.
Yeah.
So whatever we are doing in the High Republic have a huge impact. So I want to make sure that we are doing things right in terms of the story and the visual look of for the characters. And for me, this is there's two different things.
Hmm.
First thing is I don't feel any burden in terms of the drawing the characters because there are no face that is connected to the character.
Right. Right.
Unlike, if I draw Han Solo or Leia, I have to make sure that it is at least resembles the Leia that we know, or
Yeah.
Han or Luke.
Yeah.
This character has no real faces yet,
Hmm.
so I try to make sure that they look familiar in terms of oh, that's Keith, or that's Skier, or that's
Yeah.
Afar. I got to make sure that they can recognize the type of face that I'm drawing,
Hmm.
and I got this freedom of designing things that is not yet designed in the concept
Yeah.
art. So when I first got this project, they hand me the concept art, right? The guidance,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of things in it. Of course,
Hmm.
there's a lot of things, but also there's also things that is not there yet,
Hmm.
and I got to design most of it, like the interior of the Starlight Beacon, how it looks
Wow.
like, yeah, or some of the Jedi, some of the Grandmasters, some of the mission attires, and the monsters, the creatures. I got to design it, and for me as a comic artist, it's a dream come true, BJ. It's a
Yeah.
dream come true. I always said in e- every time people ask me about the experience of drawing the High Republic, I always said that this comic reminds me of why I become a comic artist in the first place. It's because I got to draw adventures, I got to
Yeah.
explore the new characters, I got to create things and stuffs. I got to create a Jedi shuttle.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we designed a Jedi shuttle when we're having dinner. I mean, that's a life goal, right?
Yeah.
Let's have dinner while designing a Star Wars Jedi shuttle. Basically, this is a dream job,
Uh-huh.
and also it's a difficult job as well, because unlike the previous Marvel comics that I work on, this one I'm not only penciling and inking it or being the artist, but I'm also being the designer. I
Yeah.
have to design several characters and monsters and buildings and costumes, but it's very much fun. It's basically the most challenging project I've ever worked on with Marvel till today. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it is I get it. It is a big responsibility, but I also see
Yes.
that it's really exciting for you. I mean, I started actually. My first entry into the High Republic was through the books, but
Hmm.
after seeing the comic books as well, I was like, wow, okay, now I have a visual reference. I don't have to just imagine whatever whatever vague thing I was imagining. Now I can see what this is like, and that is powerful. Actually,
Thank
it's a
you.
huge
So
impact.
so so does the visual match with what you imagine the character will be?
I have to be honest.
Hmm.
I'm not very good at imagining things. Um, I usually just take the words and assume that they are the way they are. Like, the a picture forms, but it's not very clear to me. And
Uh-huh.
so seeing them in comic books really helps. It really helps. And so now, I continue reading the books, and the comic books are the characters, the way they look, the way they dress, the way that the environment looks, that is stuck in my mind now.
So
So
have you read the latest issue of the High Republic, number
the
5?
the latest one, no, I only got up to 4, I believe. Is
Okay, I'm
is
done talking to you, PJ.
I'm so sorry. I will get to it, I promise. Right after this. Right after this.
You better.
Speaking of the visual elements, though,
Mhm,
I don't know if it's safe to ask yet
mhm.
how your drawing is going, or is it too early?
Um, is it? It is too early. I'm
It's too
just
early.
starting.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
You can ask me in the next 4 hours, BJ,
Okay, fair
about
enough.
that.
Fair enough. 4 hours it is.
4 hours.
So
Yes.
I guess another question that I can ask while we continue to talk and draw is
Mhm.
so comic books are a very particular kind of medium for storytelling, right? They
Yep.
involve images plus a little bit of text.
Mhm.
So as an artist, what sorts of inspirations did you draw on in designing the visual elements of the High Republic, the comic books? whether it's the characters or the environment or even the ship. I mean, you said it was designed over dinner.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and any particular inspirations that you can tell us about?
Well, basically, I tried to make sure that all the things that I design is in line with the concept art that is already, given.
Mm-hmm,
So there's this red line of how it's supposed to look,
mm-hmm,
how the shape should be.
mm-hmm.
So it won't be out of place. It
Okay.
will still look like, oh, that is a Star Wars ship, or that is a Star Wars aliens.
Right.
So yeah, so I have this Star Wars encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, the aliens and stuff, and the ships and visual encyclopedia. Yeah,
right.
that's what I have. And so I refer to that a lot,
Mm-hmm,
and to see the things that we can get
mm-hmm.
inspiration from. And yeah, basically just trying to use my wild imagination while sticking to the red line of how the Star Wars creatures and ships are supposed to look like. Yeah.
Right. I even noticed that the look of the Jedi are
Hmm.
quite different in the High Republic compared to how they look in the in the movies and
Yes. Yes.
in the animated series. So
Yep.
uh, yeah, I suppose that was also part of the that was also factored in designing these.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So the Jedi, especially the costume in the High Republic, is more elaborate and more. It has more elements in terms of patterns and
Yeah.
decorative patterns
Yeah.
and details. There's a lot of things that is more elegance and beauty and beautiful and majestic and stuff like that,
Right.
where in the Jedi uniform that we know in the movies, they
Mm-hmm.
are more simple.
Mm-hmm.
uh, we lost they lost the small details. That is, it's like buildings. It's the
Yeah.
same with buildings. When we see the old times architecture, we see a lot of sculpting and patterns all
Yeah.
over the place. But now we go to the minimalistic style of design.
Yeah.
It goes like that. It goes like that.
I see.
The old age, the golden era, is more, you know
Like more decorative, more
yeah,
yeah, there's
yeah,
a lot more of these visual elements that we like.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Details
and
and
it's
stuff.
more difficult to draw for
Is
me.
it? I see, I see. But it must be enjoyable to be able to add those things.
Yeah, in a way, yes. But sometimes, because of those intricate details, I need to make sure that I do the costumes right, because I need to stick to the concept art and make sure that I don't miss any slightest details. Because, yeah, I want to make sure that I draw everything correctly, because
Hmm.
for me, all the details speaks a lot about the stories and about the era itself. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I draw everything correctly. And yeah, basically
Okay.
the character guidance concept art is always by my side when I draw the pages, just for me to make sure that I draw it correctly, and I don't want to miss just the slightest details, because they are there for a reason.
Right, right. And I hope I'm not distracting you from drawing those details on the paper that's in front of you right now.
No, actually, I'm just making coffee now.
Oh, okay, excellent. I wish I could have some with you. But yeah, so I guess I know you've touched on this already a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but maybe it might be worth asking this directly. Is there, aside from the ability to create,
Mhm.
basically create how how the High Republic looks. Is there anything
Mhm.
else that you found particularly enjoyable working on the High Republic?
Um, yeah, and that is mostly to be able to bring the era to life.
Mm,
Uh, it's a big responsibility, and it my book, the our book, the High Republic, is a gateway, a visual gateway of for the fans to enter the High Republic. It's
mm-hmm.
like, come in and let me show you what the High Republic is. And it's
Yeah,
such a pleasure to do that, because I want to I want when you it's like when you know a fun and wonderful place and you want to bring your friends to that
yeah.
place. That's the feeling that I have, like, oh my
Okay.
god, this is wonderful. This is the different era, and I want to show people about it because it's different, it's fun, it's wonderful, and of course it's also dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just, to me, taking the role of the one of the person that introduced people to the High Republic era, that's the other thing that is that's meaningful for me. That's very
Right.
meaningful, and it's a pleasure, because when I read the reviews, or when I read the comments, it always gives me energy boost. When
Mm-hmm.
people say, they are doing fantastic work of introducing us to this new High Republic era. And whenever I read that, I feel like, oh, it all my hard work paid off, pays off. And one more thing is that I'm very lucky and grateful to have such a wonderful team,
Mm,
because, oh my God, the team is just like the stars are aligned. I got such a fantastic team. Kevin Scott is a genius writer. He write things that are, sometimes it's difficult, but it's enjoyable.
okay.
The
Okay.
stories are fantastic, and when he write when he make a page that is difficult for me to draw, he makes sure that he always write down, "I'm sorry for your hand, Ario." So he's just being a Brit, polite.
Y- Right.
Um, and then
But okay.
I got to work with Mark Morales, which is a
Okay.
legendary
Yeah.
inker. I have seen his work even before I became a comic artist, and so it's a pleasure to work with him. And I
Mm-hmm.
got to work with Annalisa Leoni, which is a fantastic colorist from Italy.
Okay.
She's just great with the colors. She brings the universe to life. And I got to work with Ariana Maher,
Mm-hmm.
also a great letterer.
Mm-hmm.
She make the flow even more smoothly. Uh, it's not easy, to
Yeah.
put the right, flow to the balloons, the dialogue balloons, and she did a fantastic work. And of course, I'm working with editors that are very supportive, and um, I owe them my career. Mark Panici and Thomas Groneman, they are my heroes. And we got Phil Noto working on the covers. So what
Oh.
else? What else can you? What else do you can you ask? I mean, the team are amazing. So I cannot ask for more. So it's been a pleasure working in such a solid team,
Mm,
and professionally, this is a pleasure for me.
nice. So, I mean, on top of bringing the world to us,
Mhm.
it's also just meeting and working with all these fantastic people in the industry.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
Awesome. And so I guess this is a slightly unrelated question that I have, but like
Mhm.
of the characters you've drawn for the High Republic comics,
Mhm.
do you have any favorites? And I don't know if the one you are drawing for us right now is the favorite that
Mhm.
that is your favorite, but I was wondering if you had a favorite among the ones that you've drawn.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't play favorites, PJ.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's Keith Prentice.
Oh, is there any particular reason? Why?
Well, I see Keith as the bridge between the world and us. She's very relatable.
Mhm.
She is. She starts as a Padawan, as a
Yeah,
young
that's
Padawan.
right.
She starts as a rookie, and we get to be introduced to the High Republic through her eyes.
Hmm.
And she's also very humane in terms of we get to know what she's thinking and feeling
Hmm.
from the narration in the comic, right?
Yeah.
She cusses a lot, just like we do,
Indeed.
and yeah, and sometimes she feels like not confident enough, insecure. Sometimes she's overdo. She overdo things, but
Hmm.
the bottom line is she's a kind-hearted a Jedi that is trying to do her best in whatever comes to her, and
Right.
she wants to make sure that she didn't disappoint her mentor and Jedi Master, which is Master Skier.
Yeah. Skier.
Yeah, and speaking about Skier, it's I think he's a fan favorite because when people see the cover for number 5, I got a lot of message and DMs, basically saying, "Please don't kill Master Skier," and I was just like, "I'm not responsible for that. It's all Kevin Scott's."
Please
I'm
message him.
yeah. Please message him. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just drawing what I have to do, but he's the one that decide, whether Skier is going to be alive or not. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm also having a good time drawing Skier because he's a Trandoshan Jedi, which is
Right.
fantastic. Yeah,
Quite
fantastic.
unique,
Which is
actually.
maybe I can show you if it is clear enough.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
drawing
I
it.
see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That looks good. Wow.
Thank you so
A-
much. I'm just learning.
And I mean, you spoke about details. Skier is like the way he appears is full of
Mhm.
details.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
I don't know if the
I'm trying to try to draw him as detailed as I can be because I want to add the realism
yeah.
in the pages, and I got to make sure that all his scales are drawn correctly, and it is important to make sure of those details, the appearance of the details, because uh, the more detail we get, the more realistic it is, and
Yeah.
it will make the reader feels like, oh, that is an alien, that is a human being, that is the more alien, the more strange it is,
Yeah.
it's the better, because
Yeah.
it will feel like, okay, this is diversity, this is a lot of mix of aliens and humans and all the creatures working
Hmm.
together, and it add the colors to the Star Wars world.
Right. And I mean that is, I mean, not don't want to spoil too much, but that is more
Mhm.
or less what the High Republic revolves around. One of the themes that the High Republic revolves around is this theme of diversity, I think.
Yep,
Uh,
it is.
very important.
Mhm.
I think this is a somewhat, I guess we can move to this question. It's somewhat
Mhm.
related, but may also not be related.
Mhm.
And so I guess I'll phrase it this way.
Okay.
Many of the viewers who are watching us and following
Mhm.
Rebelthon right now, um,
Mhm.
they may have experienced lockdowns due to the pandemic. I
Yep.
know I
Yep.
am. I'm currently in one, but uh, if you had to choose a character that you think would be really fun to spend time with while quarantined at home, who would
Mhm.
it be?
I think Keith, because Keith will be good as your partner for playing video games
Ah, awesome. Yes.
and watching movies.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
when if there's any thing that happens in the movies, then she will cuss,
Yeah,
and she
that's
will,
right.
yeah. Because if you spend time watching with, like, say, Ava Chris,
Yeah,
she will be very calm and
yeah.
like. You don't say bad words. Remember, things like
And
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
but Avar is kind of fun to spend times with as well, because she will have a lot of amazing stories to tell,
oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
because she's an experienced master,
Yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Or maybe with Yoda, because
Oh yeah.
when you're in a lockdown with Yoda, you can train
Oh,
with
that's true.
him.
That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
And also
Imagine,
gain wisdom.
yeah, exactly. Imagine he trained with Luke for like what, 3 days?
Yeah.
What if you're locked with him with Yoda
Yeah.
for like a year,
Yeah.
2020? How good you can be,
I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
Although I remember he sort of had Luke also lift a ship, an X-wing from the water. I don't know
Uh-huh.
how I feel about trashing my house that way.
Well, you do have a car, don't you?
I do, and I don't know
Yeah.
how I'd feel lifting that off and losing concentration and it falling in the wrong place.
I guess it is insured though, right?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay,
So I
then
don't
you're
know if
good.
my insurance covers force
Jedi
for
training
yeah,
faulty.
Jedi training mistakes though.
Mistakes. Yeah, you're
I guess
right. You're
I better add that in.
right.
But okay, so moving maybe to a different topic now.
Yep.
I don't know if this is necessarily a different topic, but
Hmm.
let's say you had the chance to work on another
Yep.
Star Wars comic.
Hmm.
What era or characters would you want it to be about?
Can you guess?
I can guess, but I
Yeah.
don't know if our listeners or viewers were paying attention at the beginning. But would you like me to guess? I'm gonna
Yes.
say Chewbacca because we were talking about Wookiees a while ago. I'm just kidding. It's I believe it's Chewbacca's friend, longtime friend
Han
would be your
Solo?
choice. Yeah.
No, it's
No.
no. I would
Oh.
like to do a book with a such Ventress in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I love Asajj Ventress. I love her.
Her story is very compelling actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
A story of redemption. It's
exactly.
wonderful. It's
That's true.
wonderful.
That's true. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a really good choice. Unexpected,
Yeah.
but a really good choice. And
Because
I, yeah,
she's a good anti-hero. She's
yeah,
like, she's harsh and she's cynical and sarcastic, and I
yeah.
will enjoy that a lot, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and so much depth. I mean, there's a lot of
Exactly.
so much depth in her character. She
Yep.
has a lot of
Yep.
character development. So yeah, I think if you were to make that, I would totally read that as well.
Thank you so
I
much.
would look forward to that. Um,
Lucas people, if you hear this as a Ventress, I would like to draw the books.
I believe I hope they're listening.
Yep.
And if they are, by the way, Lucas, I will buy that if you allow it to be produced.
He speaks for the world. He speaks for the world.
Yes, I speak for the world, the
Yeah.
universe.
The universe. It's going to
uh,
be go. It's going to be going to a fifth printing if BJ said that.
exactly. Let's see. I'm actually we're actually approaching the end of the interview already, Ario.
Really? I'm
Yeah,
not
we
even
are.
done yet. Oh my
You're not
god.
done
Okay.
yet. I mean, based on what I saw a while ago, it was looking
Mhm.
pretty good, though.
Thank you so
It's
much.
way better than what I could do.
You're
um,
being humble.
no, trust me, I cannot draw to save my life. But maybe before we wrap up, well, maybe one last question would be
No, no. Please
sorry,
ask
go
me
ahead.
like two more questions to
Two more
make
questions.
so I can
Sure.
finish this.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Maybe another question that I could ask would be
Hmm.
about, let's say, I mean, you were talking about well, I asked you a while ago about characters that a character that your favorite character, and you mentioned
Yep.
someone from the High Republic.
Hmm.
What if I were to limit that question to
Yep.
characters from the the films or the animated series, that timeline? Is there anyone do you have a favorite there? And in addition, would you want to be in quarantine with them?
Oh, okay. I'm not sure about being in quarantine with them, but aside Ventress, I
Yeah.
always love Plo Koon.
Plo Koon, yeah.
Yeah, Master Plo. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Plo Koon. The design and his characteristic. Do you know that he is probably the only Jedi that have won a sparring lightsaber sparring with Yoda?
That I didn't know. That is
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah,
impressive.
yeah.
Wow.
He is impressive indeed. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
So
And
he won the sparring. He sparred lightsaber sword fighting thingy with Yoda, and he
with Yoda.
won. Yeah,
Wow. I
yeah.
mean,
He's a good pilot and also a good fighter in
yeah.
terms of the uh you know lightsaber ing.
That's pretty cool. And you mentioned you're not sure if you want to be in quarantine with him. Any particular reason?
No, I was going to say the other character that
Oh,
I
okay. So you have
like.
okay, sure.
I don't mind with if I have to be trapped with Plo Koon because he's a wise Jedi,
Hmm.
and but the other thing and the other characters that I love from the movies or from the cartoons, aside from Darth Vader, of course, because he's
Yeah,
everyone's favorite, and
true.
I love Grievous.
Oh, yeah. He's
Yeah,
he's also pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, he is
Grievous.
very cool, and I don't want to be trapped in a lockdown with him because you know.
Well, when you see him in the morning, you got to say hello there to him.
Hello there, with a British accent, Hello
Exactly,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't trigger him, but I guess
Well,
that's one reason. Yeah, go ahead.
he will. I think he will collect my pen and pencils. That's what he do.
Yes, it would make a fine addition to his collection.
Yes. Well, that's a very good line.
It is,
Your
right?
pen make a fine addition to my collection.
True. And I mean, I guess if maybe I wouldn't want to be trapped I wouldn't want to be in quarantine with him, but if I
Mhm.
could like visit his collection, that would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, the
Uh,
saber collection, right?
yeah, yeah, that would be interesting. I'm a pretty
Oh,
like
have
yeah,
you
go ahead.
ever visit the Galaxy's Edge?
I have not. I have not.
Oh,
I would like
so
to.
I visited Galaxy Edge in 2019 before I
Okay.
know that I'm going to make the High Republic comic.
Right.
So I have no idea that I'm going to work on Star Wars books.
Yeah.
But when I visit San Diego Comic Con in 2019,
Uh-huh.
my wife said that we have to visit Galaxy Edge. It's finally
Okay.
open for public,
Yeah.
and I was like, nah, I'm not interested. What are we going to do over there? And when we visit, she's cool, and I'm like a little kid.
Oh.
There's a lot of,
Oh
and
my God.
yeah, and I let loose, and I buy a lot of toys and lightsabers. And
Nice.
one important thing when I was in the Galaxy Edge is that I feel like I'm very lucky to be able to visit Galaxy Edge because it provides a lot of things that I need in making a Star Wars book.
Right, right.
If you see Galaxy Edge, it is a role playing thingy with the the whole place looks like another different planet.
Right.
It's it doesn't look like Earth.
Yeah, yeah.
So it feels like the Mandalorian settings.
Oh, okay.
So it
Okay.
helps me a lot to feel like to get what I need to feel when I draw the Star Wars universe.
Right,
You
right.
know, the thing that I would never be able to feel at any other place.
Yeah,
When
true.
I go to the Galaxy Edge and the planet's name is Batu, I
Yeah.
feel like I visit another planet, and it just feels fantastic. And I feel like, oh, this is how it feels to be in another planet aside from Earth. And so this is great. And then after that, in next couple of months, I got to meet Mark, and he told me that I'm going to be working in a Star Wars book. So it's all this is the way it's meant to be.
Yeah, this is the way. And it is it's actually a good thing that you were able to visit, because then you could draw on this sort of experience, just being immersed in a Star Wars world.
Exactly.
Uh,
You said it better with your perfect English. That's what I need. Thank you for the subtitle, by the way. There will be subtitle.
there are subtitles.
There are subtitles. There are
Yes,
subtitles.
yeah,
It
but
helps
I
me a lot.
mean, the that must have been fantastic. I mean, just being there and using that to sort of drive the creative process must have been so cool. And
Exactly.
yeah, and you did say that you were like a little kid there, so I imagine I will be the same when I go.
We all will be like that.
I think so. I think so.
Mhm.
I mean, if you got to do it somewhere, that's where you got to do it.
Yes, I agree.
Right. Well, I believe I'm on to my last question now.
Oh,
I'm so
already?
sorry. Yeah, I mean, this has been like a really
Well,
cool
this is
conversation.
already
But
done.
oh, that's so cool. And by the
Yeah.
way, the way that it looks right now, it looks almost 3D. Um,
Yes,
that looks so cool. That
it
looks
is
so
on
cool.
purpose, my friend.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Thank you
Like
so much.
I wish that I wish I could like sort of reach into the screen and keep that.
Oh, see, you're talking to Skier now.
I am. Oh my gosh. I have a feeling he's going to send me off to do some kind of Padawan task, which which
Hello, BJ.
oh no. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh gosh. But yeah, the so I guess before we wrap up, that
Yep.
was that fantastic drawing. The
Thank you
last
so much.
question was actually about um where people can follow you online.
You mean how people can stalk me?
I suppose, yes, if you want to put it that
Okay.
way.
Well, kind people, if you want to see more of my art, you can go to my Instagram. It's Ario Anin at Ario Anin. Basically, it's my name, but you cut the end part of my last name, so it's Ario Anin. And aside from Instagram, I also have Twitter, also with the same handle, Ario
Mhm.
Anin, and maybe Facebook. But Facebook is my complete name,
Okay.
and that's it. I think. Yeah, I don't update Facebook a lot, but I do update Instagram whenever I can, and on Twitter as well.
Okay.
When I'm not active, that means I'm trying to beat myself working on the deadlines
Right.
of the High Republic.
Of the High Republic.
I'm doing this for you guys.
Yeah, you're doing serious work.
Serious work.
Serious work, and we thank you for it. It's wonderful work
My
so far.
pleasure.
Awesome. So yeah,
I wanna thank people
please do.
for
Yeah.
yeah, I want to thank all of you who read the High Republic books. I want to thank you guys and girls for your support and appreciations, because it means a lot to us. It means a lot to the team. Uh it's worth much more than money can buy. um Basically, whenever I feel tired and whenever I feel like exhausted, I uh try to open Twitter or the reviews and read the comments. And all of you who appreciate our work and spend your valuable time to write the appreciations, for us, it gives me the energy boost to keep on going, and it means the world to me. It means the universe to me, and I
Yeah.
thank you for all of you for that. The fact that the book is going to the fifth printing, it shows how much love that all of you give to this series, and it means a lot to me. So I thank you from the deepest of my heart to all of you who who really show the love to us. The whole team is happy, and I will try to always do my best to bring you the Star Wars that we all know and love.
Awesome. Those are, I mean, that's really great. And on that note, since we are
Mhm.
expressing thanks, I'd like to thank you, Ario, for taking the time to be with us.
It's my
Um,
pleasure.
it
My
is,
pleasure.
I mean, it's not often that I get to host something in Rebelthon 2021, and I'm glad that I got to interact with you even briefly today and got to see
Yeah.
you work.
Thanks for having me, BJ.
Sure, no problem. And I suppose speaking to the audience now, thank you so much for joining us for this interview. Thank you as well for supporting UNICEF, our partner for Rebelthon 2021 this year. Cheers, guys. May the force be with you.
May the force be with you. This is the way.
This is the way.